At a threat when I said, "Oh, you want me to bring up the mini shit?" And you're like, "Is that a threat?" No. I'm pointing out some shit that you be up in because you be up in some shit and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You say some shit and you didn't even know the backstory. We gave you the backstory.
You shouldn't have been part of it at all.
Down board. You still stood 10 toes down trying to talk shit. And sweetheart, what we're telling you is that you have been used by multiple people to be this attack dog. And you don't even know what the shit you're talking about. The fact that you had the balls and the gall and audacity to come at Allie yesterday, because I read them comments yesterday, sweetheart. I saw the shit you were saying. And then you're in this live talking shit the way that you did. Just say, you know what? I was wrong. It's okay. I do it all the time. When I'm wrong, and I own it.
Take accountability.
Instead of trying to justify your shit, say you were fucking wrong and you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
No, you just need to go ahead and you need to take that L and take accountability for indulging in being messy.
I was wrong. Did I not say that when I first? This is the first thing I said.
Hold up, let me ask a question real quick.
You apologize to two specific people. You didn't apologize for even interjecting yourself in a situation that you had nothing to do with.
And I was trying to get there while also letting everybody else say what they needed to say.
Hold on, Kenya.
Let me ask a question real quick. Ajay, was you let me ask my shit because
hold on, Yellow, let Virtue go, Nika.
Go ahead.
I just want to say one little thing, guys, right? Because I just right? If she's wrong, she's wrong. Because I feel like Ajay, you should apologize. Just flat out apologize. Right?
Did I not do?
Ajay, I know. Hold on. I also know how she expresses herself, right? So she's really trying right now. So maybe if she's not going to apologize and make excuses, right? She's not a sis. I'm the first one going to say something, but just let her speak for a second, right? She was wrong. I didn't see all the comments that she made. But let her finish real quick for 1 second, please, yeah. Because she's also young. I don't know how young Lux is, but Ajay's also very young. So just, it's not an excuse, right? But just give it a second, please, yeah. Go ahead.
Answer your question, Yellow.
Ajay, because I seen somebody say it in the comments that you was in there talking shit about me too.
That's a lie. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, Ajay, you don't have to get defensive because I'm asking you, right? I'm asking you. I'm not accusing you. I'm asking you.
I know, but that's why I'm getting defensive because every time I try to say something.
Okay, because I'm not coming at you with that energy, right now. Yeah. Like I'm talking to you real calm and I'm talking to you real respectful. So return the same energy that I'm giving you.
Yeah. So no, I wasn't Yellow. I have no idea what in the world they had you on the prompt and then they switched it to Jeff and Pub on the background and I even typed in the comments and I came up, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, I was not talking shit about you. I don't.
Okay, because I'm like, we don't even really know each other like that.
We don't know each other. I don't have anything bad to say.
But I will say this, and I'm not saying you did it, right? Because these people have been saying whatever the fuck it is that they've been saying about me for the last 6 months, people that don't even know me jumping in on conversations, right? And I'm like,
they look like I did, right?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I'm asking you, I'm not accusing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating you like I would want to be treated in the situation. Because when all this shit came out, all I wanted people to do was ask me. Like, yo, just message me and ask me. And quite a few people did, and a lot of people fucking didn't. So that's all I'm doing.
Right. And like I said,
what I wish people had did.
What else was it? The same thing goes for, I don't know where, again, so it just seems like even being associated with these people also puts this narrative that I talk, because part of the reason, right, I was replying to people in the comments, right, was because people were saying that, I talked to them on the back end and I was in their personal chats and stuff. I don't talk to these people. I don't.
That's not, because I'm sorry, but that don't got nothing to do with it. Everything, and again, I'm basing what I'm saying off of exactly what was said by you right now in this live. And this
right to our face.
What I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nothing else. Again, I don't have no interaction.
Exactly.
I don't know whose Discord you in and are not in. I don't know none of that
I
information.
don't know what you're reading, but we're talking about
these comments, Ajay, for you to act as if no, hold on, Ajay, for you to act as if certain things that you said in these comments wasn't a little crazy. I like it's, and again, if you are listening to the things I said and your opinion is changing, that's one thing. But we was halfway through everything and you were still trying to make it seem as if people who were being threatened were problematic for trying to speak on the fact that they were like trying to say like, oh, you airing their shit again. Mind you, certain people have been getting harassed for 6 months at this point. Certain people 4 months at this point. People that we have all agreed to at one point stay mutuals. We wasn't gonna fight. We wasn't gonna do none of this stuff. All of these people was on backgrounds of lives. People's all this stuff, and you're in the comments saying certain things.
Explaining. I don't know if you were like listening to how I was explaining it, but I'm saying that's what it looks like to me initially. I don't know how much
what was happening in the comments. I'm sorry, you can't play my
no, because when I came in, right, and what's happening in the comments, that's what I think. There's like that's why I feel like it's a misinterpretation of what I'm saying, because what I said to you about if you were my friend, I said, wait, no, I said that wrong in one of my last comments, because what I meant is that I understand why you guys have that energy. I would have the same energy for someone whether or not they were my friend. That's what I was saying.
But no, because the question I asked, what was the question I asked you, Ajay? What was the question I asked you for you to give that answer?
So what was the question you asked?
For you to give that answer, what question did I ask you for you to give that answer? Because this is why I feel like you're being disingenuous. Because the question specifically, and I said I feel like, mind you, since we're talking about feelings and emotions, this is why I feel like you're being
right. That's what I was saying.
Because the conversation we were having in the comments that I specifically asked you was when we were talking. I said specifically to you, why is it that we're giving certain problematic people certain energy and not the others? And you specifically said, well, if you're my friend, I'm going to defend you basically. And I said, okay, cool. So are we also defending colorists? And you said, well, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant if you're my mutual and I think something is wrong, you said something. I'm not verbatim, but you said something to the effect of, well, if you're my mutual and I feel like some problematic is happening, then I'm going to defend you. But then I again asked you, so how come when something problematic was happening to me, was happening to Yellow, was happening to KGR, how come right now in these comments some problematic was happening to us and you was in the comments cutting up? So what really is it? I don't like the whole. Well, no, that's not what. But you was the one.
This is what I meant by the emotions comment, because you guys are speaking as if I had all the context.
Now you're the victim. Okay, we got it. Moving on.
Okay, hold on. Let me talk to Dylan real quick. Dylan, if you tap on anybody's name, that's anybody in the live, right? When you tap on them, the little tiny white miniature version of their profile comes up. In the upper right-hand corner, right above it, you will see 3 dots. When you click those 3 dots, you can see all the likes that they did. You can see every single comment that they made. So if there's questions about what kind of comments were made in this live right now, you have access to all of that as a host.
Trust me, my love. I've been reading the comments the whole time. Not only that, I read the comments in that live the other day, and I also read the comments in the live that Vivi held. I've read the comments several times. I know all the things Ajay have said. I've heard her on the panels when they have conversations about us.
But what panels? You're saying panels like I've been on more than one panel with them talking about.
I just literally named the 2 main lives that you were on the panels for. You was on the panel in Vivi live, and you was on the panel the other day in that live as well, in Tara's live.
Virtue's live wasn't about y'all, it was about Jeff. And yesterday, I was also under the assumption that it was about Jeff and that you guys.
I'm gonna be so clear and concise when I say this real quick, right? And feel me real quick. Respectfully, but disrespectfully, shut the fuck up. You shouldn't have been up there at all, because it had nothing to do with you. You had nothing. You had none of the information. You was not in none of the discords. You didn't know shit that happened. You just listened to Lynn and that was it. You should not have been in it Period.
I listened to
It doesn't matter.
from the
It doesn't
perspective
matter.
of what happened
I
with
just said, listen
Jeff.
to me well. You know you was dead wrong for being in a situation that had nothing to do with you.
Baby Cakes, she's.
No, Virtue, you too. All
No,
of y'all.
I agree.
All of y'all
Virtue,
that
This is what I'm saying, Virtue. This is what I'm saying.
Wait, Villain, Virtue's trying to tell her that she's right. Virtue's trying to tell her that she's right. Villain.
I agree with you.
Wait,
This is what I'm
Villain,
saying,
she's agreeing
Virtue.
with
It
you.
doesn't matter what we
I'm
Hold
not
on,
here
y'all.
to
Hold on,
dispute
y'all.
what I
I
just
didn't
said.
know.
Wait, hold
I
on,
am not
y'all.
here to
Wait, y'all,
dispute.
Villain, she's agreeing with you. She's agreeing with you. She's not
Okay,
she's
well,
trying
cool.
she's trying to have Ajay calm down so she can explain to Ajay what's going on.
I'm not
from her
here to
perspective.
dispute with nobody. I said what I said. If you had nothing to do with it, you should not have been there.
Yes.
The end.
Go ahead and say what you were
Baby
saying,
Cakes,
Virtue.
Baby Cakes, right? I understand, right? Because initially I was defensive too. You seen it, right? But they are right, right? Because if you make that comment, even if you didn't even mean that, right? The emotions are high, impact over intent, right? That's what this is about right now. I sent you a message and I said, don't take this personal. Because at the end of the day, we know the role we play, but we also need to understand there's hurt behind all of this, right, Baby Cakes? So it's not about you personally right now.
I know.
Right now,
That's
it's about
what I'm
taking-
saying.
Wait. I know, but every time when they bring it up, the next thing is an excuse. That's what I'm saying. Because fact is, we were wrong in this. We were played, and we were also a tool to do this, right? Now, like I said, I know Lynn is probably listening. Don't care. Fact is that we were wrong, so we do not need to be defensive. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You know, I love
That's
you.
all. That's the whole
I love you
point.
to death.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I see that y'all did wrong. I'm just asking a simple question because from what I seen yesterday, it was like a 1v6, and that shit was fucked up. And also what they did to Sin, that was also
Very messed up.
that was also a 7v6. What they did to Sin, that should have never happened.
So
Sin,
hold on, let me
Sin,
make
hold
sure
on,
I'm saying
wait.
this. Go
Sin
ahead.
literally does nothing to nobody. And y'all sat up there and let them jump her. And unlike my panel, see, y'all haven't been called a bunch of ditzy bitches, dizzy bitches. None of these. You ain't been accused of being a 304. You ain't been accused of throwing your panties at no man. You ain't been accused of none of those things. We have given y'all more grace than any of us been granted in the last 4 fucking months. But go ahead.
Let me just say this for anybody that's standing in the room that don't know what happened with Sin. They did a lot. They was talking about me, right? And Sin. I talked to Sin on the back end. I was like, Sin, don't go over there. She was like, nah, I'm going over there to defend myself. Da, da, da. I was like, listen, I don't advise it. Just let them go over there and be messy amongst each other. Don't go over there. And then she was like, I'm going. I said, well, I support you, but I'm not coming. You know what I mean? You go over there, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, don't go over there. Because after the split with me and them happened, Sin wanted to continue to be friends with everybody. And then they ostracized her, knowing that her mom had just passed away. When she went up there, they gonna tell her, like I said, her mom passing away, that wound was fresh. And because we were all in community, they were all acutely aware of the nature of her relationship with her mom, which I will not get into because that's not nobody here's fucking business. I'm letting you know that they knew the nature of the relationship of her mom. They knew what kind of pain she was in. So you know what they said to her on that fucking panel? Oh, you over there hanging with Yellow because she's your new mom now. This is the person, these are the people that you're saying is not problematic.
They called Sin.
There's something like that.
Fun of her
the R slur.
They made fun of her appearance. They tried to make a joke about her being SLOW. They said a couple
the R
really
slur. Call
crazy.
it, say it what it is. They called her the R slur. They called her. They were being extremely classist, something they love to accuse me of, and I'm cool with that shit. But you come at Sin, who I consider, that's my little girl. That's my sis. You don't get to do that shit. You don't get to harm her. And then you're going to sit up here and play in our face about some bitches who literally don't give a fuck about black women. They only care about male validation. They are harmful to every fucking person. The shit they did to Ruthie, the shit they've done to me. I could do what you want to me. I'm fine with that shit. But the fuck you start messing with the people I care about, I'm coming at you. So anyone who's like, oh, well, you're being just as wrong because you're putting their business. No, fuck you. Because they deserve all this shit. They front so hard. They are fake. They lie. They make up shit about people to just try to make themselves look good. And I don't care, Ajay, how young you are, but you need to learn some shit right now.
I'm trying to do if you guys would just let me finish.
We gonna let Shawnee go next, y'all. Shawnee hasn't gotten a chance to speak.
Go ahead, Shawnee. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to point out like the hypocrisy, because y'all sitting here talking about black women being exploited and making up stuff, more specifically about Public and Jeff exploiting women for their platforms. And I'm gonna be very honest, when especially Monica, when she's saying specifically like Jeff is exploiting black women, she's referring to me. And I don't appreciate that, because if y'all felt like that was a thing, why isn't it being like addressed? So that lets me know, like, y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck about me, because if that's how y'all truly felt, y'all would have said something. Just because I sit over here and I mod for him and I manage Discord, like, it's very hypocritical to say that coming from the same women who asked me for help, who asked me to help set up their Discord, and I had no problem doing it. Y'all sitting here asking me for help, and it's okay for y'all to ask me for help, but now all of a sudden the narrative is being told that I'm being exploited for my labor, when I'm gonna just keep it 100. Jeff has actually compensated me for all the stuff that I've done. The same women that sit here talking about that I've helped, they haven't sent me anything.
Clock it, because Jeff has also compensated me for the work I've done.
Jeff has sent me money multiple times. He's also sent me money on my birthday, which was January 18th. Not only did he give me on when I was in Publix Live on the panel and it was my birthday, he gifted me then, and then he sent me money for my birthday. So I find it interesting how is it that Jeff opened his purse, but these same women sitting here talking about I'm being exploited, but it was okay when I was doing all this shit for y'all. But y'all gonna sit here and try to make it, y'all trying to question my discernment and my judgment, thinking I'm letting men take advantage of me. Like, you got me, like, y'all really got me fucked up, because I am not, when we talk about all these topics about like misogyny and patriarchy, I'm not new to this shit. I am not new to it. I was writing about this shit in college. I'm not new to this. I was talking about this stuff even before I got on TikTok.
And
So
see,
to
that's
sit here and project about me being male centered, that's wild, because those two things don't even fucking go together. Anybody that know me, they know how I navigate shit.
That's the difference between us and them, right? See, we can get money off of our skill, off of our merits, off of actually being part of the community, part of the team. You know what I'm saying? Helping people. Lux and Shawnee does it for all of us. But we talking about the same people who have to go get their money from the same people we're exposing, from the same people we're raising awareness about.
No, like y'all actively was asking Shawnee and I to do certain, especially because Shawnee actually set up a lot of them other like fully set up them discords. Y'all are asking me to help like put the bots that I code into systems. Y'all are asking us for assistance. Mind y'all never compensate. And here's the thing, at least from, I don't know if I can speak for Shawnee, but for myself, I did that stuff because I was in community with other people. If people like Jeff and Public, who, Pub, actually his wife compensated me a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. There's other people that in there that compensated me. Pub also allowed us to create like spaces for us as mods who are doing spaces to be able to get, because people were always asking to donate to it. Like, it's very weird that you're also pushing this narrative that we're allowing these men to take advantage of. And it's like they were actively setting up ways for us to be compensated for our work. And we're telling us how much they appreciated us for our work. But y'all never once gave that same energy. But as soon as that energy stopped going towards you for free, it was an issue and it was a problem.
Oh, let's talk it real quick. Hold on real quick. Let's clark it, because some of the same people Lux was helping get jobs turn their backs on Lux.
Doing
and then in the midst of going up over there and talking shit about all of us, they had the audacity to hit Lux up on the back end and ask her if she still will hook them up with the job.
Just for everybody to know, I didn't charge nobody for no resume stuff. I didn't charge nobody for no job. Because guess what? We're in quote unquote community, right? And I'm sitting at home and I'm doing this, right? Why would I charge you $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 for a resume that it don't take me more than 20 minutes to put together? If you in community and you're supposed to be my friend, you're supposed to be my cousin, you're supposed to be my sister, I'm going to do that for you. That's nowhere. I done did like 20 sets of resumes for that stuff. And again, I didn't think of compensation or money, but it's just very strange for y'all to take and say people are exploiting people. Lynn and Tara specifically. And it's so funny for Tara specifically to say that, because Tara, you asked me to, and I had a plan with you, Tara, to create entire videos to show you how to code the bot so you could do it yourself. Mind you, I told you that them videos was fun to take a while to make, because not only did I have to go and learn the entire coding system myself, but I had to go and then create videos. And I was planning on making videos so that I could create those systems. So when you wanted to do them on your private stuff, whether it had to do with TikTok, whether it had to do with us, you had the resources to go do them. Because guess what? You can't find these resources online. And I know you can't, because I spent 2 weeks doing that stuff in the Discord, actively myself going in and learning how to code that stuff myself. So again, I don't like this idea of, oh, we're male centered, this, that, and the third, but I was more than happy to jump up at the experience to help any of you ladies. And now, and then in the same breath that y'all disrespected me and Shawnee, turned around and said, oh, we demand that the Discord be open for this, that, and the third. Y'all don't deserve it. Like, y'all don't respect the people who are sitting here and making the space. And again, if it wasn't for Shawnee, because let's really clock it. If it wasn't for people like Villain, like Shawnee, sometimes like even me and Serene sometimes we pop in there. If people like that didn't go and start conversations and start the community spaces in there, y'all wasn't finna engage, which is why y'all kept up popping up into the same Discord all the time and not other people's Discords. You know why? Because other people weren't putting, you didn't want to put in the work for your own Discord as much as you wanted other people to put in work for your Discord. And not just your Discord, your platform and other stuff that you got going on. It was, let these Black women do work for me, but as soon as they do something where they're not kissing the ring, well, you should still keep doing work for me, but also F you. That's not how this works. You don't get to exploit. You don't get to say other people are exploiting me, but also F you and come let me exploit you. What?
And y'all being disingenuous in the motherfucking comments talking about turn they back in what way? You know exactly what way. The moment you choose any other way besides staying neutral until you have all of the facts, that's when you turned your back, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Stop playing in my fucking face.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. I understand. Like, honestly, I can put my feelings aside and say, honestly, it doesn't fucking matter. I will stay out of it. I will shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. You know.
I was mainly talking to the people in the comments.
You did. Even if you was talking to me, I don't care, because, like I'm saying, I understand. This is what I mean by the emotions are high comment, right? I understand that right now, this shit ain't about me. There's no need for me to defend myself because honestly, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. What does matter is protecting Black women at the end of the day. And you guys were wrong. And I'm wrong.
Not y'all up there talking about me pointing into the camera. Look, when I'm in face to face, I'm gonna put my hand in the face and wishing it would.
There's really no issue with being in Discord. I was in Discord.
I'm wrong, Lux.
I first joined another Discord before I even met any of y'all on TikTok. I wasn't even on TikTok. I was still very active on Twitter. Like, I've been in Discord since like the peak of the pandemic. So I'm already accustomed to like being in these spaces. I have no problem coexisting with other people. But when you sitting here on some like Queen Bee type shit and you thinking that somebody's supposed to kiss the ring because you trying to create a hierarchy in a community where hierarchies do not exist in communities. Everybody on equal ground. So when y'all sitting here trying to create hierarchies and trying to screw people over, it's not Discord's are the problem. It's the people in it, because y'all don't know how to be in community with other people. And we're seeing that in real time. Y'all don't give a fuck about being in community with people.
Nope.
All y'all care about is
Kiki.
Building y'all's platform.
Being that
at
bitch.
The expense and
trying to be her.
Like, y'all sitting, and my thing is this: you want to be a content creator, that's fine. Do what you got to do. But when you start trying to be messy in order to and start getting involved in drama because you feel that's the only way to build your platform, then I'm going to look at you sideways.
Mm-hmm. Being messy
at the end of the day.
But telling straight lies, like that's not, because it's TikTok, everybody's messy. Coming up and telling straight lies, telling harmful lies, telling lies that could mess up people's lives, careers, and other stuff, like that's not okay. That's not okay at all. And I think the reason that people don't we're talking about like, these are people's livelihoods. These are people's like friendships. These are people, this is real. Like, we love to talk about TikTok drama and this, that, the third, and people in the comments, we need to stay away from Discord. No, y'all just need to check people that are problematic. The same way that y'all want to tussle with all these dudes to get a kiki out of it on the panels. I need y'all to keep that same energy with everybody that's problematic. Because it's all fun and games when we get to come up here and get coins and talk crap and do all this other stuff. And y'all in the comments talking about messy talk and this, that, and the third. People are actively, and again, this is why I think a lot of y'all are performative and y'all aren't really about this. There are Black women. I think I need to slow it down for some of y'all. There are Black women sitting on a panel right now telling y'all that there is someone actively being dangerous to them and actively engaging in dangerous activity, and y'all are kikiing about messy talk in the comments. Are we, like, I think you guys are not actually listening to the conversation happening, and y'all think because everything else on TikTok is messy, that we in here trying to be messy. We're not in here trying to be messy. We're Black women that are, because the same way that y'all was talking about something, we didn't know that y'all need help. Cool, all right, I'm gonna give that to you, Audrey. You didn't know that we needed support. I'm telling you right now, as Black women, the support that we need is for y'all to stop supporting colorists, stop supporting people that are actively being dangerous, and stop giving the lives that they're using to be dangerous, stop giving them clout.
And stop being so willing to feed into nonsense until you know all the facts and all the information. Y'all be so quick to digest a bunch of bullshit, but then you want to tell everybody else that they stupid.
Again, y'all are in the comments thinking stuff is a key because it has nothing to do with you, and you're just watching from afar. That's fine. You could watch from afar. It's 135 people in here. I'm pretty sure 90% of them aren't in the comments. But guess what? With some of the comments that y'all are making, and as Black women that are in the comments making some of these comments, I am very hurt. I'm disappointed. If this is where the people who are supposed to be the most enlightened and the most unpacked and the most decentered and all this other stuff we're doomed. Go ahead and throw it all away. Go ahead and lock it all up.
Well, there was somebody in the comments saying, once it hit TikTok, it's our business. We wasn't the ones who put it on TikTok. Maybe you should holler at the ones who actually took it to TikTok.
regardless of where it is,
You know who
where it's
on and
not,
on is,
there
right? On and
again, I
on.
still
You
think
know
we're
who the
losing the
fuck
plot.
you are, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. That's your backup. You forget that I'm fucking crazy. And I look up shit. And it's interesting that the same
Oh,
person who
Lynn is
follows you
here.
and all of your backups, that's on and on. That's why on and on keeps talking about how everyone was so wrong and how everyone hurt them. Watch them leave the room. Bitch, you weren't smart. And you need to understand when I see somebody that don't seem right up in the comments, I go and check who the fuck they follow. I go and check how many of the backup pages they follow because most people don't follow everybody's multiple backup pages. I check the backup pages of the backup pages that people follow. And you are not smart, dear. You think you're slick, but you're not. It's like what they say. You think you're penny slick.
Can we just say for the record? Can we say for the record real quick? If that is Lynn or Mia or Tara, honey, I prepared for this. You think I didn't prepare for this? You didn't have to come on your backup. I unblocked you. I wanted you to come. So please go ahead and switch from that backup, baby. Come on your main. Come on your main.
With your 17 followers and the
Wait, but
800.
hold on. If you're not Lynn, why you want to come up? That's nasty work.
Exactly. The
come up.
800 people you follow, half of them are the same people we're talking about.
Nah, don't let
Interesting.
them up until they come on their real page. That's what I unblocked them for. Don't play. Come on your real page.
And on how we making shit up? Were you there? Are you part of the situation? How would you know we're making stuff up? Come on up and let us know what we're making up. Because you not my mutual, and I don't think anybody else up here know who you are. So how would you know what's being made up and what's not being made up? Please, if you got something to enlighten us with, please come enlighten us. I would love to be enlightened. That's what I come here for, to be enlightened. But again, I'm glad that the comments about messy talk stop. I just want y'all to, this is what I mean by y'all don't actually take Black women seriously. Like, even as women, sometimes y'all don't take the plight of Black women seriously, because a lot of y'all think this shit is a key. A lot of y'all think this is funny. A lot of y'all think that the fact that, again, people are, maybe I got to keep saying it for it to stick into people's heads. The fact that people are being threatened, the fact that people's livelihoods and jobs are possibly under attack. I don't think that y'all actively understand what's going on. And if you do, I don't think you care. I think that's really what it is. I think you do understand. I just don't think you care. You think, oh, because it's on the apps, they in the panels, who gives a crap? And it's like, okay, that's fine, but just I don't want you to call yourself someone who's like deconstructing. I don't want you to call someone who's trying to unpack. Like, don't call yourself that, because that's not what you're doing. You're just here for a key, and that's fine. Like, a lot of people are here for a key. A lot of people on this app are here for a key. But don't play in Black women's faces when you want to talk about protecting Black women, and then you turn around and think everything is a joke. And then you go, and then here's the gag for real. Y'all finna go and sit in Lynn and Tara and Mia's panels and like up their lives and send them coins and send them gifts and parade them and be like, nah, forget them other people over there. They're just this, that, and the third. While again, we've actively told you the dangerous behavior that some of these people are exhibiting. But please let me know how much you respect Black women. Please give it to me. Give me all of it. I want to hear it.
How many people know?
Oh, really? On and on. So a Black woman.
How many people know my Lisa? How many people in the comments know my Lisa?
Miss Mylisa, she's often in storyteller spaces now. I think she goes up with like Jordan's mom. And let's just be for real.
Little stories time real quick, right? Not just one, but two situations that my Lisa play neutral and still remain friends with Lynn and Mia, even though she didn't agree with their tactics in dealing with certain characters on this said app. And not once, but both times did she get verbally abused. And then they started talking ish about her behind her back. Just for anybody that knows my Lisa, anybody that's close to my Lisa. But y'all sitting up over here in my comments talking all this mess, making it seem as if we're making up ish, and we're just a bunch of black women going back and forth. No, this woman has actually made it her prerogative to telling people, to forcing her very own friends into submission. She says to them verbatim, because I've been around her and I was one of the people that she tried this with. If you guys aren't with me, if y'all not riding with me, then I'ma look at you as the enemy.
She's apparently hosting a live talking about how it's wrong for us to critique her for talking to red pill men. The difference is public isn't exactly in their spaces. He'll go up on their panel to counter.
Not flirting with him.
Yeah, but she up in there.
Public's not flirting with him.
They flirting with him.
KGR's not flirting with him.
They flirting with him. He not flirting with them.
Lux is not flirting with him.
Over there,
Shawnee
they tend to
and
block
Allie
me.
ain't flirting with him. I don't be seeing Virtue flirting with them on her live.
I don't see none of these people flirt with the red.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing. Like all those people, all those particular men who have said stuff about public, I've been have them blocked. They've been
Me too,
blocked.
since the beginning.
They've been blocked for months. Because you want to know why? I'm friends with public, so why am I going to commingle with men?
Not only with public, they've said crazy things about KGR. They've said crazy things about Yellow. They've said crazy things about other people in them. I've heard them say crazy things about Tara. And that's also one of the reasons when I blocked a couple of them people.
Lynn literally paneled Saw with Tara.
As he was calling
and
her
sat there and let him walk her up and down the fucking live and let him rock out.
Mad because if I go into sincere space, if Saw comes up, I usually end up making fun of him, and he usually crashes out the minute I start. But otherwise, I usually drop because I don't fuck with that nigga. I think he's stupid. If I can't make him crash out that day because I don't have enough time, then I'm just gonna drop because fuck that nigga. But she literally goes into Prototype's live. She goes into Ty's live. Flirt. Y'all need to send me money. Y'all need to pay my bill. I need y'all to be providers. Send me money. Send me money. Y'all don't know. I don't do that.
What are we
Okay,
doing?
so let me talk about that real quick, right? So when we were all in, when we were,
I have to drop soon. Sorry, Yellow.
go
Can I
ahead.
say something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say again before I drop, I do want to apologize again, especially to Ali. I understand if you can't trust me anymore because we were close, but I want to apologize for being part of being harmful, getting involved in something that I had no context to, actively hurt a person that I really care about, also hurt other people that I was cool with on the app, engaged with, especially Black women. I just want to sincerely apologize to you guys that I participated. I'm sorry again.
I accept that Virtue is.
And again, Virtue was, and I'm glad you came up for the conversation about what happened yesterday. Because I'm not gonna lie, I missed yesterday's live. But and I said it to you when you asked me the original question. Do I think after the fact you might have probably thought about some things and you moved a little different? I do. I said that to you earlier. I do think that you probably heard and what had happened at the end with what Lynn said, and you were very, and I said it before, you were very kind to me after the fact, and I thought I think I pursued